When comparing two texts, we often focus on their themes, what they're about. But to truly understand them, we need to compare how they sound. Style isn't just decoration, it's a fundamental part of the meaning. Every word, every sentence structure is a deliberate choice that creates a specific effect. Let's break it down. First, consider diction, the author's word choice. Is the language formal or informal, simple or complex? Think of Ernest Hemingway. He used simple, concrete words like sun, blood, stone. His style is direct, punchy. Contrast that with Henry James, who used complex, abstract words like prevarication or consciousness. His style feels more intellectual, more layered. Same language, totally different experiences. Next is syntax, the sentence structure. Hemingway famously used short, simple sentences. The sun set. He walked home. It creates a sparse, precise rhythm. On the other hand, William Faulkner wrote long, cascading sentences with multiple clauses, pulling you into a complex, almost overwhelming stream of thought. The rhythm of the sentences reflects the psychology of the story. Then you have figurative language, metaphors, imagery, symbolism. Do the authors use images from nature, like the Romantics, to show intense emotion? Or do they use urban imagery, like the modernists, to convey a sense of fragmentation? Finally, you synthesize all these observations. The goal is to show how these choices in diction, syntax, and imagery come together to create a unique tone and voice. For example, Jane Austen's balanced, witty sentences reveal a detached social satire, while Charlotte Bronte's fragmented emotional syntax creates Gothic passion. Same era, but their styles reflect completely different worldviews. So, listen to the language. Style isn't just how an author says something, it's a huge part of what they're saying. It's where the author's unique voice truly comes alive.